Ladies and gentlemen, Rex, and this is Cursed Russian Gun Images by the channel Brandon Herrera. Yes, I saw the Cursed Images video, I guess just a few days ago, a week ago, I don't know. It was fun. It's just basically him seeing certain images, which is guns that are makeshift or whatever, right? Somebody made it, and while those are basically really fucked up. It's really fun because he's obviously expert at anything guns. So yeah, it's always fun to see his take. Let's watch it. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe so I know which type of videos to react to more. I've done a few Brandon Herrera videos already, so yeah, check out the link in the description, there you'll find it. Yeah, let's watch it.
Sobriety. Where we're going, we don't need sobriety. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? We're back for, well, you saw the title. This one's going to be a little different though. First, I've got to read an email that came in a couple of months ago from a Russian fan. It reads, "Hi Brandon, I'm your fan and I watch your channel from time to time. Your last video on cursed gun images gave me a lot of flashbacks. There's a group in Russia..."
I like how he has Optimum Nutrition creatine bottle behind him. First of all, if you eat meat, and I'm guessing he would be, right? He probably eat meat or something. You don't need creatine supplement.
Facebook that is devoted to guns and military equipment. And a couple of years ago, they were doing bad things. Very bad things. Long story short, they have an album with a lot of pictures. I don't think you will like it, but there is lots of content for future videos. Note, drink some vodka before opening this link. Well, bottoms up, comrade. That looks about right. Let's get started. Wow. So I looked at this before when this email first came in. I didn't really look too in-depth. I know I wanted to come back to it. This is an entire page devoted to Russian cursed gun images. And it's hilarious, but it hurts. Let's go ahead and dive right in. The crazy part about these ones is I can almost... some of their photoshops are so good, I don't know if it's real. Yeah, like this is a really good Photoshop. I hope this is a really good Photoshop. The classic Han Solo blaster C96 Mauser as a bullpup. Because God is dead and we have killed him. And this is not... it's not a good Photoshop, but... hear me out. I kind of like it. It's, I guess if the Romanians made an STG-44, because you've got the Romanian dong lower handguard and the Romanian wire folder in the back. And of course you have German excellence, that is the Sturmgewehr. 10 out of 10, I would fuck. But oddly enough, the first two guns in Russian cursed gun images are from Germany. Luckily, they got a lot of AK stuff in here and just there's a lot of stuff. Before we get into all of that, I wanted to first thank our sponsor. No, it's not Raid, thank Christ, it is Manscaped. So gentlemen, let's just face it, we've been quarantining for a while, some of us for different reasons than others. I'm sure more than a couple of us have let personal grooming slip to the wayside a bit. But fear not, my hairy friends, I've got just the thing to help you out. Trust me, you guys will love it, and your significant other. For the 14 of you that have one of those. So if you sign up now using the link in the description and in the pinned comment, you can get 20% off and free shipping, something like the Perfect Package 3 kit. Your balls will thank you. Their new 3rd gen trimmer has these ceramic blades that make it virtually impossible for you to have a coarse collision that ends in violence. Because if there's anything worse than having an accident while shaving, it's having an accident while shaving your dick. So we just want to thank Manscaped one more time for helping the channel out. You can go ahead and click the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and be sure to use that code so you can get 20% off, as long as you can spell my name. Ah, the trusty Glockarov. We've covered this before. Somehow I like this one better. And I hate myself for that. Although a Glock 17 slide on a Makarov frame would kind of look like a Dalmatian fucking a Chihuahua, but whatever. Hey, here's for everybody that was asking for the 50 caliber.
I mean, somebody should explain that all these images, obviously, these are the combination of different styles of weapons. Would they work, I mean, scientifically, in practical use? Mechanically, whatever, would they even work? I mean, that's because last cursed gun image I saw from him was literally people making makeshift guns, and clearly they probably would have used that somewhat. But yeah, obviously any makeshift guns is just too dangerous. Any normal guns can be dangerous if you don't handle them properly. But makeshift guns, come on, man. I don't understand that. People are like, oh, it's like they're modifying their car or something. It's a gun, right? Many dangerous things can happen if you're not careful. You're gonna create your own makeshift gun. Come on.
Makarov, because, you know, my comment section's awful. It's actually kind of neat. This is a good Photoshop. 50 AE Desert Eagle on a Makarov frame.
What? Okay, what the fuck? How does that work? Look at those small barrels compared to the whole, handle. That wouldn't work with a 50 caliber, right? The kickback would be too ridiculous.
Weird flex, but okay. Yo, dog, I heard you like Makarovs. This one's actually neat. So for those of you who don't know, there was a different variant of the Makarov. So this would be the Makarov PM. There was another one called, I think, the Makarov PB, which was integrally suppressed. They're gnarly. No, we can't get them, and no, I'm not interested in making one. This one, they clearly just kind of pasted one in front of the other, because cursed gun image. Although the real question is, would the ATF consider that a forward grip?
Yeah.
Although that's not really a problem as much as the fucking suppressor at the end of the barrel, so never mind. Alright, so here we have two Stechkins, which are basically like a select fire style of Makarov. Kind of weird. Would love to have one of those. Still can't get them. Meant to be dual-wielded simultaneously, I believe. What's that engraved? There's like a... Oh yeah, no, we can't show that. Moving on.
Why not?
Let's move over to
What
the
was
AK realm. I said the AK... This is a pipe. This is a pipe with a Soviet scope, what appears to be an SKS magazine there at the bottom, and an AK pistol grip. I think
basically gun from Fallout 4.
We need to do like a whole video on just improvised weapons, like shit they...
Fallout, I mean, Bethesda in Creation Club kind of released, what was that, anti-material rifle? Apparently that's supposed to be from New Vegas or something. Even the New Vegas one was a proper gun, proper anti-material gun. Wasn't some makeshift crap that they basically is trying to push in the modern Fallout versions, Fallout 4, Fallout 76. Or like, okay, this is post-apocalyptic, you can't find so many guns, so people improvise. They try to push that agenda a lot, which I hated, right? I mean, there are way too many guns in the world. What? And since the population died, what, guns died as well? Come on. I mean, in the US alone, there are more guns than people. And if the, 90+% of population died, where the fucking guns go? So I hated that whole point of pipe guns and shit. But this kind of feels like from Fallout universe with the pipe and everything.
They find in prisons and whatnot, where they make shotguns out of pipes and whatnot. I think that'd be neat. Ah. Okay. So this is an OTS-14 Groza. This was like an experimental 9x39. I think they had a few in 7.62. Bullpup AK. Probably that just automatically makes it heinous. I think that's a GP25 grenade
is it a
launcher there on the
bullpup?
bottom, or at least something.
Oh yeah, here's the trigger. So it is a bullpup. Okay. So I don't know much about guns, obviously, but bullpup, I think, has the firing mechanism behind than the trigger, I guess. That's the point, right? And the problem for that, if I remember correctly, is that since the action where there's firing supposed to happen is very close to you, it would be really bad for the kickback and noise and everything. But the point of the bullpup is you can create holding and triggering to the firing point can be very shorter, so hip fire can be better. I guess that was the point to begin with. Even though from behind it's much longer, all the way to stock, but from where you hold it, it's very short to the point where it where the bullets fly out. So you can do it better hip fire or something. I don't know, but apparently people hate bullpups.
Something that looks close to it. What they didn't have is gold accents and a cock as a front sight. Nice cock, bro. I really don't even know why that's there. They have a front sight, I think. Why? Alright, so that is...
I
think that's a Kalashnikov. That's like a 12 gauge, probably, a 12 gauge Saiga 12. Like, kind of like I got up there. It's basically this thing, except theirs is a bullpup. I don't know why it's a bullpup, but it is. Sobriety. Where we're going, we don't need sobriety. I think this is an American-made chassis, though. I think there was a company that was making this for a while. I hope they've stopped. Yeah, that's another one. Actually, that's another Saiga 12, I believe. And that's another American company's conversion kit, I think. So I know Chris, my gunsmith friend, installed one of these on an AK before. and I donated furniture to have him take it off. So they're not a big fan of the way that we bastardize Segas. Got it, duly noted. I'm not either. I'm on your side. All right, so this is like an M14, M1A, something like that. So I guess this was kind of cursed before they bullpupped it. Yeah, that's right. Get mad. Yeah, this just looks like shit. I don't really have much else to say. This looks like it would weigh 25 fucking pounds. That height over bore is kind of incredible. Even the Madsen's not safe.
There's a bipod.
So this one, thankfully, is, I'm reasonably sure is fake. Actually, I'm very sure. So if there's one thing I learned, is that Russians really don't like bullpups.
Which gun is that? Which has a stock like that from the top, with like a machine gun or something? They just basically cut off from the behind of it, stuck it here. That's what
thankfully
it is.
I'm reasonably sure is fake. Actually, I'm very sure. So if there's one thing I learned, is that Russians really don't like bullpups. I like Russia more and more every day. And without any added context whatsoever, they have bullpupped Ukraine.
This is in 2020, by the way.
On this forum. Somebody decided that the VZ58 didn't suck enough, so they gave it a nice little wood bullpup chassis. I think my newest pastime is just triggering M14 owners and triggering VZ58 fanboys. It's better than the AK, even though nobody uses it, and it doesn't use standard AK mags, even though those are the most popular magazines ever made, and it looks really close, and it uses the same caliber. Get fucked. All of you get fucked, hipsters. We have another poor VZ58. This is wrong. Alright, so now we have a Mosin with what looks like a camo pattern overlaid on it, on the wood. A Romanian dong protruding out of nowhere. Oh, I get it. It's a boy Mosin. This Mosin has a dong and a sack. In that case, I hope that Mosin is using Manscaped. Nah, I'm kidding. So this one almost excites me that it's real. So this is the H&K lineup for their new release of the World War I French machine gun.
Okay.
The Show Shot. How the fuck do you say that? Show Shot? Shosho? Shashaw? Shashaw! Shashaw! I don't fucking know how you say this. I've always said Show Shot. I'm sure the comment section will correct me. It's the Chow Chat. I'm now gonna forever call that the Chow Chat, and I don't give a shit if it's wrong. And this is why I'll never be invited to the Rock Island auction. The Chow Chat SOP mod, the grenade launcher. The Chow Chat SOP mod H&K modification. The bullpup. DMR. Match grade. Special Forces. Seeing one of these with a night vision optic on it, just kind of, I don't know what that feeling is. Blurst, I believe is the word, which we did promise was going to be coming up soon. So we will be doing a blurst gun images. Just make sure to actually send us some, please. These are kind of neat. I think I'm going to spend a lot more time looking through these. Might do this again, who knows. Call of Duty gunsmiths be like. So we have the Liberator pistol, which I believe is an American pistol that was made of stamped sheet metal. 45 ACP that was airdropped over France during, as part of aiding the French resistance during World War II. They have a fucking Jack Nicholson Joker barrel on it, a muzzle brake, forward grip, a laser, some sights, just in case you don't like those pop-up sights. You have a red dot sight, some grip tape, a Glock mag. It is a single-shot pistol. Just throwing that out there. And a stock. Did I miss anything? Anyway, guys, I'm starting to not enjoy this as much. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I think...
Yeah, like I said in the previous video, whenever they create a pistol into a rifle, I guess the game Metro had that. You had this kind of a Magnum pistol or something. It's a revolver pistol or something like that, and you can add things to it, like a bigger stock or a silencer or whatever. Then you can create you could basically make it into this kind of a rifle that looks decent, with a proper scope and things like that, which was fun in the game. But again, that's a post-apocalyptic type of thing, so it kind of makes sense why people would do that. It's still better than the fucking pipe gun from Fallout, right? If you take a real-world gun and add things and be creative, I understand that. The pipe gun from Fallout, I hate that shit. But yeah, this is, I guess you can kind of see that. But yeah, why the fuck would you do that? That's just, you want a rifle, do a rifle.
think this was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed this, dare I say it. So hopefully you guys did too. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments section, because that's where you leave your comments. By the way, new AK Guy merch is officially available at...
Yeah, he did a lot of cursed gun images, I guess, since then as well. Cursed gun images that drive me to drink, really cursed gun images that make me sick. There's many of them. So yeah, this was during the lockdown 2020 August. So yeah, so that joke about Ukrainian thing, yeah, that didn't do well, did it? Bullpup Ukraine and whatever. But yeah. Alright, well, that was cursed Russian gun images by the channel Brandon Herrera. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.